So I wasn't a great scholar. I lived in a place called Smethwick, right? And it's lovely this time of the year. It's a good place, Smethwick, but education wasn't a big deal when I was a kid. It was the sort of place where if anyone got CSE geography, they got their picture in the local paper, you know, holding a map of the world, you know. And the headline would say something like, "Local boffin scoops CSE glory." Have you noticed that with the pictures in local papers? The picture has to tell the whole fucking story, because I sort of presume the people who read local papers probably can't read, right? So, for example, there was a bloke in Smethwick, I remember, who retired from this tube factory that he worked at, right? So the picture of him was him outside the factory, holding a tube in one hand, and with the other hand going... Behind him was all his mates in overalls going... and one bloke in a suit with a carriage clock going... No need to read the fucking story at all. But the best one, it appeared in our local paper, was called the Smethwick Telephone, right? Fuck knows why, right? They must have had a meeting one day and thought, what are we going to call this then? It's some form of communication. What is it? Is it a telephone? I don't think so. I'll fucking do anyway. So they called it that, Smethwick Telephone. I remember I discussed this at a gig at Birmingham Town Hall one night, and I said, I don't know why it was called that. And what was it called, the Smethwick Telephone? A bloke in the audience said, it's because it was from Smethwick, mate. Right. So anyway, this was the pitch. This was the story. My favourite ever local paper story. It was a front page news in the Smethwick Telephone. And what it said was this: it said a woman from Cradley Heath, right, which is a nearby area, right. A woman from Cradley Heath had Martians land in her front garden, right. And the picture was her pointing at the spot where they'd landed and going. The story was even better than the picture. I couldn't fucking believe it. She said, I was in my back kitchen, you know, washing up, and I said this spaceship land on the lawn, and I thought, who are? She said, so I went up and I knocked on the door, right? And obviously, as you would, if a spaceship landed in your fucking garden. And these little green men looked out, you know, and said, what do you want, right? She said, you know, what are you doing on my fucking lawn here? And the woman, she said that they understood every word that she said, you know, which, if you've ever met anyone from Cradley Heath, you know what a fucking achievement that is. But it went on, and it was all quotes, you know, it's stuff she'd said to the reporter. She said that she took them in the house and gave them all mince pies, right? I mean, it wasn't Christmas, but, you know, they weren't to fucking know, right? But the last sentence of this, honestly, this article, and I swear you can look up the back issues of the Smethwick Telephone and I'll put any money on it, it's there. The last sentence of this article I will remember if I live to be 100, word for word, and this is what it said. She watched as the alien craft rose into the morning sky and disappeared towards Dudley. That explains a lot, doesn't it?